Musician and actor Nakhane Touré first got exposed to music in his childhood days. The musician, who shot to stardom after his feature in Black Coffee's video Dance Again and movie Inxeba, spoke to our producer Musa Mkaliphi to tell us more about his music as well as his overall career. Let's have a look at this insert.
A force to be reckoned with, young, talented musician Nakhane has not only made a name for himself in the local entertainment scene, but has managed to solidify a career across borders, entertaining crowds through his operatic vocals, which take listeners through a deep, dark sound of emotion. Since his debut album Brave Confusion, Nakhane has managed to transition both in his sound and writing.
My debut album, I think, was written around what was happening in my life at that time. And there was no one who was really listening. I was doing it for myself. I mean, I'm still doing it for myself. But there's a level of maturity in this album which didn't exist then. And that comes with age, and that also comes with just being a better songwriter.
Openly homosexual, it has not been an easy journey having to reveal himself to the world. Nakhane delivers music that is captivating and soulful. His mission is to make sense of the world through his music, where he is not afraid to expose himself.
I think my music is, if you break it apart, it's quite simple. I like to think, you know. But it's the sum of the parts that makes it maybe sound intricate, because I love sound and I love the possibilities of sound. I love what you can do with the human voice. I love the fact that you can pack it up, and your own voice can sound like a choir. And that's what I was interested in. So what happens is you have an idea which is a miracle. You take the idea, you grab it, and then you put it down on paper and you make it intellectual. Right, and once you've got that idea, you work with it with what you have, right? What you've learned throughout your life, and all of these things that you've learned throughout your life, and the things you've been through, right? Whether it's happiness or joy or pain or regret, all of these emotions, they pour out. And that can be quite intense if you're really honest with yourself and if you are willing to be vulnerable. I was always an effeminate boy, right? Before it had a name, before someone labeled me, my feminine side I was always in touch with my feminine side, which I'm so happy about now, because I have no fears of being in touch with my feminine side.
Also known for his role in Inxeba, the film received massive backlash from many in the Xhosa community who have lambasted it for depicting the traditional ritual of ukwaluka. The film followed the Xhosa tradition as well as sexual identity in the form of gay love. He spoke to us about how he has managed to soldier on through the negativity that came with being part of the film.
I was raised by incredibly strong women who never took any nonsense from anybody, and who passed that on to me. That helped me take criticism and sort of peel it away and go, okay, this part uplifts me, even though it maybe doesn't feel good as criticism, or, you know what, that's just spite. I don't need that in my life. And that helped me with the backlash of Inxeba. Also, a lot of things, you know what's really underrepresented is the support that the film got. Because I guess maybe that doesn't sell papers. But with as much hate as the film had, there was also a lot of love.
Currently signed with an international record label, Nakhane began his performance with music as a young child. His mother and his aunts introduced him to everything from South African choral songs to 70s soul, while also being inspired by many great local and international musicians.
Quite a lot. I mean, but Chansons and people changed my life. I remember I was in high school and listening to those albums that they released, and I didn't know that music could I mean, I knew that music was powerful, but there's something about someone who looked like you, or maybe who looked like your sisters or your cousins or your aunts or whatever, who could transport you.
Earlier this year, he released his follow-up album, You Will Not Die. Later this month, he will be returning to South Africa to perform at the Baseline Fest in Johannesburg, Bushfire in Swaziland, as well as the Sakifo Festival in Durban. Musa Mkaliphi for Morning Live.